Let's talk about faith. Let's talk about the faith that Christ had for you. He died for you while we were still in sin because he believed. He had true reassurance that if we believe, we can turn from our wretched ways and serve him wholeheartedly. He died for us when Satan said, why are you even living for them? Why'd you even come for them? You see, the whole world wants to justify themselves and their intellects about what they think faith is and what God is. They sum it up as being a fairy tale in the end because they don't believe that God created this world and they don't believe that God is going to come back for them and for you. But it's not up for them to believe, but it's up for you to believe it. When we look Christ in his face, he's going to judge us, not the people who fed us information, not the devil who deceived us, not the word that was being misled by the friend or the pastor or the church that we trusted so much. You know through your conscience what is right and from what is wrong. If things don't add up like 1 + 1 = 2, then don't believe it. Another word says that we have to try the Spirit with the Spirit. If you have that spirit to change, yet you're in a church that doesn't embody that change, encompass the things that you need in order to change, right? If you feel comfortable in a church, something's wrong. We look at the ministry of Christ and every word, it was like a hit to our hearts. It was like a chastening of our souls. Why? Because he's all about change. We're not perfect. But through him, there is perfection. There is something called bettering yourselves in Christ. If we look at what God has given us, he says, count your blessings. He didn't say count your problems. But the majority of your days could be spent looking at your problems instead of looking at your blessings. And you're going to tell me, Pastor, I don't have the blessings. I'm back on my mortgage. I'm slipping over here into sin. I don't feel good about myself. When I look in the mirror, I don't see anything good. But what about your life? I just told you about my life. No, what about your life? If you didn't matter, you would be dead. Yeah. There's people who die at all sorts and types of ages, and I'm not saying that their lives didn't matter, but I'm saying that what you're telling me doesn't make sense. Because if God didn't have any use for you, if God wanted to judge you in your sin, he would have killed you in your sin. That's what I'm saying.